I thought it was fine. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan in general across the board, like just an appreciator of it my whole life. Grew up around it. But just, you know, I think it's good. It's just kind of good. And I think the Obi-Wan show was too. I thought it was fine. It had especially good moments. Probably had some things I wasn't super big on, but like for the most part, I thought everyone was pretty good in it. I mean, the big Vader fight, everything was a little... I mean, it felt a little unnecessary and just for the sake of the fan of it all. But, you know, I thought it was fun for what it was. Like, it was a good time. Thought all the new people in it were good. You know, it only just now occurred to me. Like, I know I start a lot of my videos off in really dumb, weird ways. But I really forgot that, like, wait, this is episode 3 of Lycoris Recoil. This is my chance to finally start winning people back over from the melt brain that I had in the previous 2 episodes. So I should start this video, like, in a normal, reasonable way. And then I didn't do that at all. It wasn't even remotely close to reasonable. I'm talking about completely unrelated shit. Why? Because I got a fucking ad for that show. That was why. It should have given me an ad for KOTOR, because I would be like, that's the best thing in all of the Star Wars. It's really good. Still not fucking relevant to this. Hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everyone. My name is Shannon Olshook. That is right, ladies and gents, and those who are too beautiful for such things, and also who have big guns and like ladies. We are here for yet again another episode of Lycoris Recoil. That's right, Lycoris... Like, because recoil is... I swear the other shows went a little better in this. Dude, we got all the, like, polls up and stuff. It'll be long since over by the time you guys these start coming out. Because this won't... Because next week is the, as I'm recording this, next week will be the OVA for Snafu 2. And then the week after that is when Lycoris starts licking your... Is that why they call it that? Anyway, Again, as far as I'm aware, there do be lady love. So, I'm not... I'm just saying, seems like a portmanteau of some kind. Anyway. A portwomanteau. Ha! Got it. What? Anyway. Fucking, in the second episode, we shot a squirrel a lot. Yeah, no, in the second episode, we got the continued adventures of Takina and Chisato, and we got to experience our big ol' heckin' job trying to protect the absolute hacker man that was actually hacker baby woman. Because I actually don't know how old Kurumi is. Is she supposed to be like 3.5 years old? Or is she like their age, but just a teeny tiny? I don't know. I'm a fucking giant. I don't look like any age appropriate. I'm just a weird anomaly. I'm a big anomaly. Anybody know what the fuck is going on with me? I don't know what's going the fuck on with me, and I'm me. Point is, she's adorable. Yeah, we did a big protection on her. Thought she did a big dive, but she didn't, because the other person, the lady who at the coffee shop, that I don't I don't remember what the place is called, but it's basically the idea is it's like the title of the show, but I don't remember the exact name that it was. Point is, your boy's dumb. Anyway, also it's been a second since I've gotten to record another episode of this, because I recorded the 2 earlier on, like a week or two, like 2 weeks ago, and then just haven't gotten back to continuing more like I wanted to, because I was prioritizing other things. Point is, we tried to protect the baby. Was worried we didn't protect the baby. We didn't know it was the baby, but we did the baby anyway. That sounds wrong. But we protect the baby by making it look like the baby got murdered, but it was actually the other lady who didn't also get murdered and was just acting thank you. Speaking of acting thank you, oh my god, I'm the best at segues. Yeah, I actually wanted to talk about this because Lycoreco was one of those shows that that obviously we're watching it in dub if you haven't been paying attention. But it was one of those ones that when I announced I was going to do it in dub, there was a couple people who had some opinions, across the board of what they were thinking about that. And again, I talked about it earlier. It's just I like dubs. I like dubs. I am both a voice actor myself and just a huge fan of the craft. I'm very, very familiar with a lot of English VAs and stuff like that. And I think it is a very, very important, very interesting, and very valuable side of the anime spectrum and stuff. And obviously it's not exclusively an anime thing, but I think it's you mostly think about it in regards to anime. And anyway, when I announced it, there was a couple people who were a little bummed out that I decided to go with the dub. This happens every fucking time. Some people are like really reasonable about it. Some people call me racist, even though I didn't watch the dub for Hyoka. You fucking idiot. Anyway, that one was really weird. You were watching me watch the show in sub, and yet you yelled at me for watching, and it was very strange, random citizen. Anyway, I'm gonna hold on to that one forever. Point is, I wanted to go ahead and watch in dub because I especially also like to do what I can to kind of spread the dubs out across the board. We have a couple new shows coming your guys' way here very, very soon. If some haven't started already, I'm still not 100% sure if I want to just direct all of it into like movies and stuff. You'll have already known what I've done because it's already happened. Or if I want to get that head start on, I assume Zombieland Saga is going to be the big one right out the gate. Regardless of whether I put it there in the Friday slot or bump it back, so we can kind of start everything more or less at the same time. The point is, I think I want to split those 4 shows up evenly, 2 dub, 2 sub. And again, it's because I want to keep things fairly across the board and just spread the love with that sort of stuff where I can. And again, people had some thoughts about me doing it for this one, and so they recommended that I either go ahead and consider swapping over to the sub for this show. And I said, you know what? When I'm going back through these, I will go ahead and give the sub a try. Obviously, that doesn't help me in regards to like specific scenes where VAs might especially shine. From what I understand, like I think it's Takina's VA or whatever has a really big pop off moment towards the finale or something like that. That's supposedly really, really good. So I've heard. And yeah, I obviously don't have that perspective to work off of when deciding these things, but I can at least get a general idea of what character voices are and where they're going, and that's how starting a show works. Is you don't know what it's going to be like later on because you're not a time traveler. I like to fancy myself a time wizard, but that doesn't mean I always see in the future. It's more just like a little on and off thing, More has to do with writing than anything else. Yeah, so my point behind all of that was, when I was going back through getting screenshots and stuff with the thumbnails, I decided to go back and listen a little bit to the sub and see what I was thinking, because I did want to at least put the attempt out there just in case I wanted to see if I did want to, in fact, switch. I don't. And I will give a quick explanation as to why. Because I think they do a great job in the sub. But I think I like Xanthi's, also I did learn it is actually pronounced Xanthi, not Xanth. Oh god, I've been saying it wrong for so long. Miss Hune, I'm sorry. This is when I find out her last name isn't pronounced Hune. Anyway, point is, the queen herself, I think she does a really good job for Takina, and I think one of the reasons I like her as Takina as much as I do is because, again, like I mentioned in the previous episodes, it's very different from what I'm used to her as. Like, I just watched the K-On! Movie yesterday, and she's Ui in that. She's Yui's younger sister who's infinitely more competent than her. Yui's a goddamn menace to society. Anyway, point is, Xanthi's Ui, and that's a lot close to what I'm usually used to with her, is like super cute and like light and fluffy, or kind of a little more subdued and depressive in like a Marianne from, Three Houses and stuff like that. Whereas here with Takina, she's very much, like, it's much more subdued, but it's in that kind of like cold way, I guess would be the way to say it. She's very cold, kind of calculated. She's figuring her shit out. She's very reserved, I would say. And it's very interesting because it's something I'm very not so used to from her, and I've been really enjoying it. Also, I'd like to point out, quickly before I do continue on with, like, Chisato and stuff, for a little while now, I've been saying that I haven't fully been grabbed by Lycoris yet, and I just want to make this abundantly clear. Number one, me being away from it for just a little bit has actually been making me want to really get back to it. But the other thing is, I definitely want to make people very much aware that there is a huge difference between, I'm not sure this has completely grabbed me yet, and, like, I am not enjoying this. Because Oshinoko also happened, and there's a reason we're not watching it anymore. Because I didn't give a fuck. It is a beautiful show. It's wonderful. I'm sure, I really hope everyone who's enjoying it is enjoying it. But I could not have given less of a shit about what was happening. Like, the first episode's great. It's amazing. And I was just lost from that point. Just like, I got nothing here, guys. And so we're not continuing it. And I never even put out the second reaction because it was terrible and I fucking hated it. So I do want to make that clarification, is me saying, like, this hasn't completely grabbed me yet is a huge difference between I don't fucking get any of this. There's a huge difference there. I am enjoying Lycoris Recoil. Just not to the same extent, I would say, like a Bochi or G-Witch or something like that. But there's still plenty of room for that to grow, which is my point. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk about again with the dub is Chisato. Because I did also listen to, again, obviously, her VA, who I don't know the name of either of those VAs. Apologies. Again, I'm a lot better with English VAs and their voices and names and stuff. Like, you need me to talk about a Sayori Hayami or a fucking or an Aikiyano or some shit. I'm there. I'm with it. I'm here to do a big scream about them. They're wonderful. But yeah, I'm definitely more versed in the English of it all. Because I'm racist. Apparently. I will never forgive that man. Anyway, we're just gonna keep vibing here in the intro. This is why I put timestamps in the Discord. The Discord? No, the description. It's going well, this series. But anyway, the other one I wanted to obviously talk about was the other big one being Chisato, obviously. And that was because I really, really liked the sub version of Chisato. Like, I think it fits extremely well. I think she just gives off really good fucking vibes with her, and I really, really liked it. The problem is, I don't remember if you guys watched the first two episodes, but I was really vibing with Lizzie too. So I think both of them are really kind of tied. So it basically boiled down to, I just kind of like Xanthi as talking a teeny bit more, and therefore that's why I'm going with the dub for the rest of the show. That being said, as I mentioned to others, if there are specific moments, again, like supposedly there's probably one in the finale or something like that, that I should go back and definitely take a look at, please let me know. Obviously, don't tell me before they happen, because that would be a little bit of a spoiler. Because at least with the finale thing that I was just saying, it's very vague. But yeah, if stuff like that comes up, I totally send that my way, because, again, there are certain scenes where an actor will just fucking go apeshit, and it's amazing. And I do want to see that, even if I don't watch the whole thing in that language, you know? But anyway, yeah, that was basically the point, is, like, Chisato was amazing on both aspects and basically tied for me, whereas Takina was just a little bit more me leaning towards Xanthi. As for the other characters that I got to hear, it was really back and forth, really, a lot of the time. I'm like, I like this one more, I like this one more, and it was too much. In the end, it almost exclusively comes down to, I just kind of liked Xanthi a teeny bit more. And therefore, that's what we're doing in the dub. So, that was my 5-hour-long TED Talk about why I'm watching the dub for Lycoris Recoil. So I hope that works for you guys. Again, please do let me know if there are certain scenes I should definitely check out in sub, though. Anyway, I think we got all that through. I think we're going to go ahead with episode 3. I was going to say the more the merrier. That's not it, because that was episode 2. Or episode 11 of Volume 5 of RWBY. This is your weekly reminder to go watch my favorite show. Anyway. It's very good. That episode in particular is mean as fuck. It's not the meanest, but it's kind of rude. Anyway, it's good. Fuckers. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Fucking 18 and a half minutes in. 15. You see it with your eyeball, Shannon. Episode 3 of Lycoris Recoil. We're gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna see what's up. I don't think I have anything else I really need to say here, other than ladies with guns. Who might like to do a little gay. Who might like to lick a little wrist. You know, I'm still... Like, you get where I'm going with. You understand words. You're an adult. You know these things. You fucking better be. Get the fuck out of my goddamn... I'm not trying to be rude, but come back another time. I'll wait. Just don't... Yeah, I don't feel comfortable. Did you realize how many times I say fuck, or I want to put a cute anime girl's titties in my mouth? It's very common. I say it a lot. No, child. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead. Episode 3. In 3, 2, 1, go. Good God in heaven, take me out of here. Have we We're back again, once again, my friend. I still stand by the fact she was gonna die if they didn't anyway. I really love her little W-doos. They look nice. I actually have really been wanting to get back to this. It's funny, because I was all like, I don't know if it's fully grabbed me yet. And then I watched Kenoshi no Kano, and I was like, never mind, it's got me significantly more than that did. Ladies, man, they're a powerful thing. Aqua could never... Wait, the other Aqua could, though. Because ladies. I'm a easily convinced individual. Also, I'd like to point out, I yelled about this when I was making the thumbnails earlier. Good God, man. A show that, like, in the intro, gives, like, proper, good, clean visuals for both, like, any, like, main character, stuff like that. Like, the two of them there. It's what I have in the thumbnail. And, like, a title screen. Oh, my God. Y'all are my favorite. This is the best kinds of shows. Because you making them. Do you have an airbag that you just pulled out of your ass? Also, I never did go back and check. Claris, that is the... I already forgot about that. That's wonderful. Girl, alcoholism is no joke. You gotta calm down. The baby. But maybe not. Again, she might just be short. Got tiny, tiny little hands. Also, I can totally hear the frame in it all now, too. The chair is dope as hell. I want it. That's extremely Fram. I'm all about it. Girl, you okay? I don't know, man. I don't understand people. Oh my gosh, she's so small. She's got the little floofy slip. The queen. Oh. You're adorable. All right. Yeah, vibe with the squad. Kick it with the homies. That would do it, you old fuckers. I'm sorry. I am still sorry about the lack of subtitles, though. That is, goddamn you, Crunchyroll, please, just help. It's a fucking accessibility issue. Come on now. But you should be besties, and or wives. Both, even. God damn, girl. With the swiftness. What else like upon it? I do really love the visual of the show. It's very pretty. It's not like super stylized or anything, but it's just clean. And I like that. I respect it. It's just a little chocolate syrup. I just got leaf water. That probably still has caffeine in it too. That would also help explain my brain. Hello. Who is this bean? I vaguely recall that not going how that went. Well, ain't you fucking special? The bean. That isn't the bean who was gonna get got before she jumped in, right? I didn't get a good look enough of her fucking hair. I was gonna say cameraman? Danger. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I kind of work with it. I mean, punching people in the face is slightly frowned upon. It's not a great way to make friends. God damn, girl. Oh, that's why. She's got me beat. I don't think I'm winning that competition. She do be the swiftness. Damn. Drag they ass. God damn, I was like, okay. Also, I'm trying to not comment on Homegirl's hair, but I like it. I kind of like her hair, too. I'm such a fashion bitch. The baby with the shoes. The baby with the head. And the rest of the body that is also attached. There's a lot of middle ground in between there, too. Got that Kanata strength. Can you? Son of a bitch. Sorry, I'm allergic to fucking annoying assholes. Is she a bad bitch? I'm a fan. I would like it if you were our friend. Can you be our friend? I kind of like you, even if you're punchy and sassy. Don't make me take back the thing I just said. This is why you shouldn't use, like, child soldiers. Because they do be, like, young and, like, they do stupid shit like I mean, adults do that shit, too. And even young adults, you should... Point is, don't do, like, war and fighting. don't do that shit. Humans are too dumb. Fucking A. Listen to this bean. She's smart. Stick with the bean. Do cool things. Fucking A. Good lord. I do like her style. I think I've said this. I do be vibing with Chisato a lot. She's great. Yeah, man. I agree. This is a great plan. Also, there is something I do want to ask, but I don't want to ask out loud. About... Like, it would be good to know for the sake of knowing. So I'm being cool and, like, reasonable. But the fact that I feel I have to ask does make me feel like an asshole. Okay, it is this bean. Maybe not. Go cheer the bean on. Let her know that you appreciate her. She just knows she. I still kind of like her, even if she's kind of a pain in the ass. I like this one. We should definitely be friends with. God damn. Yeah, I don't know if you caught on the fact she's very, very fast. Yeah. Girl kind of a demon, and I kind of respect it, but like a really nice one. Alright, man. It's our stumbles and our... Again, I don't even want to necessarily say mistakes, because... I didn't even get to say, like, the words of wisdom I wanted. You're gonna get your ass beat too quick. She just slapped you right in the titty. Yep, that was for that shit you did. Watch the eyeballs. She ain't got no glasses. Damn. That's what I said. The precious orange bean agrees. Crack a smile. I know you can. Doesn't have to be a big one, just a little bit. She's damn good. But that's why I like her. I like her. This is pretty great. I'm a fan. Just paying you back. Yeah, exactly. God damn, she fucked you up. There's been some mean punches in some of the shit we watched. She hit you with that choo-choo train. I respect that. Again, she a damn witch. And we love that here. Just go hang out, man. Kick it at the This rude behavior. Talking to you got a friend in her. There's a smile. It was a little delayed, but we got there in the end. Aww. Okay, I'm in now. They got me. Episode 3, they got me. Again, the being away from it for like a week or two was really actually made like, I really want to watch more of this. I really love this ending. I'm just a sucker for the casual Takina, maybe. I'm still debating whether I ask the question or not. Yeah, the restaurant is called Lycoreco. That's yeah. I knew that. I said that. I thought that. I imagined that. I did enjoy that quite a bit, though. I think I did talk about it before earlier, but I think one of the things that that maybe was part of why it was taking a second for me to really latch on is I do think it is quite fast paced. A lot of the dialogue in particular, and I do wonder how much of that is again due to the dub, or I mean, based on how it's flowing. The big thing with a dub and a sub that's really notable on that front is obviously, when someone's talking in your own language, it's a lot easier for you to tell when something is moving through the dialogue quite fast. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we didn't ask, because it's good to know, but it would look rude if I had to ask. I'm gonna leave it up to y'all imagination. I'm pretty sure you know what it is, because I kept saying it whenever fucking the commander kept showing up. It's rude. But I did want to make sure, because I genuinely couldn't tell, and I want to be appropriate. I want to make sure I'm not being a rude bastard. Point is, like I was saying, I genuinely couldn't tell for sure 100% whether or not the commander was Madam Commander or not so Madam Commander, you know what I'm saying? And again, I want to be as, I don't fucking know. I try to be as, this is a safe place for everybody, and if I'm just being a rude bastard because I don't goddamn know, then that's no fun. Anyways, that was what I was looking up. The fuck was I saying? Pacing. Yeah, it's a lot easier, I think, to notice when things are moving really swiftly in dialogue, because when it's in your own language, obviously, because you're used to listening to people talk in that language. So if someone's talking a little more haste, less speed, shall we say, that's the name of the episode, then it's super noticeable. Whereas if you're listening to that in Japanese, it doesn't fucking mean anything to you. Like, you don't know. You don't fucking know how fucking fast. That's the thing is too, is like whenever you listen to someone in a different language, it sounds like they're speaking really fucking fast, even if they're in earnest not actually talking that fast, but it just feels that way because you're not used to that language, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're like trying to learn, you're like, oh my god, how does this person, like, I was just listening to I was watching some VTuber or something the other day. Was it the other day or earlier today even? But someone was talking. It was a Japanese individual who was talking about listening to someone in English, and they're like, oh my god, you're talking so fast. And I was listening to the person talking, and they're like talking very slowly. They were talking kind of like this, like it really wasn't anything in particular. But obviously the person who speaks Japanese was like, oh my god, you're talking so fast, I don't know what you're saying. And I'm like, it's one of those things that you notice. So that is one thing, and it can be a really difficult thing to deal with. Again, I'm a voice actor myself. I've done dub work before. That shit is fucking hard to do. I know you think it's easy. Fuck you, it's not. It is legitimately really difficult to pull that off. Not only just from the adaptation process, when like writing it out and stuff, for 100 different goddamn reasons. But also the actual acting itself too, especially since you're working with predefined shit. Whereas with voice acting, a lot of the time you can be dealing with situations where it's, I would argue probably most of the time, you're dealing with things where like us animators and stuff working with the voice rather than the voice working with the animation and stuff like that, if that makes an abundance of sense. So again, this is the one where Shannon talks about dub duck a lot. But anyway, I think that was one of the things, and I did notice it a lot in that scene with them next to the fountain. But I really liked what was there, was the point. That was why I wanted to mention it, because I did really like that scene. I'm really enjoying Chisato in particular as a character. I'm a big sucker for... I'm a sucker for a complicated, or complex, but really... I guess I would say, would good be the way to put it? I don't know. Just someone who is trying to always make things work in the most positive and, correct light, I guess I don't fucking know how to say it. Trying to strive for as much of a moral good as possible. And there might be a little more complicated stuff to it. I'm not 100% sure exactly all of how Chisato works, and Obviously, there is more stuff in the background with seemingly her in the radio tower or whatever the fuck that I'm curious to learn more about as we go. But I just really enjoy her style. Not only does she constantly bring a very positive, uplifting energy to everyone around her, especially Takina, who obviously needs that. I'm a sucker for some overly excitable, wonderful, happy-licious individual in a total fucking sourpuss, and I'm put them together. Opposites attract and all that shit. So you know, I think there's definitely still more to learn about her and whatnot, but I do really like the energy and stuff she brings to it. And again, I think again the sub VA, who I'm not familiar with off the top of my head, I'm gonna go actually reopen AniList again just so that I can actually get the names of these two down. But I think Lizzie fits it really fucking well. They both really nail it. But what was that Chika Anzai? This is Chisato's, and Shion Wakayama. Yeah, I think Lizzie just carries that really well. Again, the main other thing I know her from is Yanfei and fucking Genshin, and I think she fits kind of not quite the same level of like pure upbeat, happy-lucky vibes, but there's a lot of similarity there. Just on a like kind of more if you mixed the straightforwardness of say a Takina with a lot of the similar vibes of Chisato in a lot of ways. And I think it fits really well for her, just letting her kind of do that, but just in a super fun, happy-go-lucky way. I think her voice fits it really well. Anyway, there's a whole lot of random bullshit. But, you know, we've learned things. The girl did a big smile, which I was a big fan of. Chisato's pretty fucking great, and I'm a fan. And yeah, I'm just enjoying it. They got me. The gays got me. Yeah. It was a cute moment. I like that fountain scene. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you so much for watching episode 3 of Lycoris Recoil. And I will see you all in episode 4. Again, hopefully my final decision on the dubbery of it all works for you. And if it doesn't, oops. There's probably other people who watch the show, so I hope you can enjoy your time with them. Like, no, legitimately, I do mean that. Like, if my stuff's not over vibing with you, if I'm being fucking annoying, which, let's be real, I definitely have in this to start off, or, you know, I'm just watching it and, you know, a version for you just doesn't really work and stuff. Like, I get that. I have had issues. Like, I stopped watching Panty and Stocking reaction here or there because they'll swap over to the, you know, JP or whatever. But there's other ones where like I don't give a fuck and like you know we'll make it work anyway. Like Torador, but that's also because there's like no fucking Torador reactions. Oh my god! If I hadn't watched the show already, I would have done it because it's a crime that there's not more of them. Honestly, with all like the Mario Okada shows, like like fucking Torador, Sakura So, Alone in the Sea, it is a crime. Dear anyone who's a YouTube anime reactor who hasn't watched those, go do that for me specifically. Let's unite together on this. I'll help you. I'll give you a high five, a pat on the back. I'll suck your dick. I don't know what I gotta do. Like, just please go watch those shows so that I can live vicariously through you, and watch them in dub and sub respectively. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and those who are too beautiful for such titles, fucking Lycoris Recoil episode 3. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and give it some love. Reminder, as always, we have a Patreon and Discord. I still don't know what I've done or I'm going to do with the Friday show yet, or if I'm going to jump into Zombieland Saga, or if I'm going to try and use that as an excuse to get through a bunch of movie stuff. I just know that that's a fucking commitment. And a huge difference between even like a video like this where it's like 50 fucking minutes long. You know, it's a slightly more of a commitment to do what is effectively 4 to 5 episodes worth of a movie in comparison to just one episode here where I just talk too fucking much. But we'll have to wait and see. Alright, gang. I think I'm going to head out. I will catch you all next time. until then, toodles, doodles, and lemons. I love you all dearly. Again, I don't think the poll's going to change anywhere from where it was, so it'll have long since ended by the time you guys see this. Yeah, 59. That has not changed in days. So it's going to be great. We're totally going to watch Zombieland Saga, fucking Kill la Kill. Both are going to go in dub, I think. And other assorted noises. And My Dress Up Darling and Magirevo. And or the other rest of that title, because that's just the short version, because the real title's fucking long. Where is it? Do I not have... No, it's over here. The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. It's very long, but I do want to watch it, because... And I was really glad that people seemed to want to watch it, because it looked cool. I was vibing with it. Anyway. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Get the fuck out of here. Go away. I like Chisato. See y'all later. Bye. Bye, guys.